for you is to play a little scene for you. A scene that might be typical in a doctor's surgery. And I'm playing an Asian doctor. So, just, enjoy. All right? Good afternoon, madam. How are you today?
I'm not too well, doctor. I'm not too well.
Okay, not too well. What is happening?
I've been bleeding. I think I've got fibroids.
Fibroid?
Yes. You know why I think I've got fibroids? That's the amount of blood that I lose every month.
Every month you are losing this month?
Yes, every month.
Oh my God.
So what can you do for me, doctor?
Well, I'm thinking. What we can do 3 things. Hysterectomy, and hysterectomy.
But doctor, why don't you just give me one of those pills that I can use to help regulate my system? I'm losing too much blood, doctor, look. And it's full.
You are using language like doctor.
Yes.
Why? You are qualified in naturopathy or something?
No, I just know that I know my own body.
Well, what I can do, I can give you pills. Now, what we do normally in this kind of thing, this sort of situation, we can give you painkiller. You are having pain?
Yes.
You are having pain?
Yes.
Okay, jolly good. Sorry, no, not very good. Now, what we do, hysterectomy involves taking out uterus. But if you don't want, we can do something else. We can give you painkiller and hopefully pain will go away.
Okay, doctor, is that all you can do for me? I don't need no examination.
Madam, I am qualified.
Okay.
I'm qualified doctor.
But I'm qualified in my body. I've lived in it for over 50 years, so I know exactly what's wrong with it.
You are giving me impression you are not satisfied with my way of treating the body.
No.
Madam.
You're offering me a hysterectomy, and I don't want a hysterectomy.
Hysterectomy is best way of doing it. But let me say one thing. When you do the hysterectomy, all your problems gone.
Okay, I'll think about that then.
She has given me impression that she's not one bit liking my system of medicine. What you are thinking? But what I'm saying, she should listen. Now, madam.
Yes.
When I give you medicine, you come back to me, take 1 pill 2 times a day. The pill I'm going to give you, ibuprofen. Take 3 times a day and go away. And when you come back, we'll see how things are going.
Okay.
Jolly good.
Okay, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
And you too, doctor. Thank you, doctor.
She's
Dr.
very nice
Patel.
lady.
Dr. Patel, are you related to my newsagent, Dr. Patel?
Am I what?
Related to my newsagent?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
In fact, I have many news agents. I have 10 shops, 1 in Kingsbury, 1 in Shepherd Bush. Okay. And I can't remember where else I have. But, anyway, it was nice meeting you.
And you too, doctor. Thank
Jolly
you.
good.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, greetings. That was my experience with someone who's had fibroids. Now, what we need to think about is what fibroids are and what fibroids are not. Fibroids are tumours, benign tumours, which basically means that they're not cancerous, right? So, where they are, they're actually in the uterine wall. There are different types of fibroids. Some of them sit inside, some sit in the muscle wall, and some sit just above the actual uterus. Sometimes they block the uterus completely. There's a hum on the mic. Okay, yeah, that's much better. That's great, thank you. Right, some people have fibroids and have no problems at all, and others do. But those of us, I've had fibroids obviously, and my fibroids are now gone. And it's about us changing our lifestyle, right? How many in this room know someone who's got fibroids, had fibroids? Okay, wow. It's quite a large number of us. And it's a major issue, it's an epidemic now. So one of the things that we need to look at and to take away with us is what to do about it. How we can get rid of the fibroids. and the causes of the fibroids as well. All right, so the causes vary. They vary from maybe family history, they vary from food that we're eating, lifestyle that we're doing, and certain things that we're not doing right, the food we're consuming, but also the food in terms of the meat products themselves. They are loaded with hormones, and the hormones themselves are literally triggering off an imbalance in our system, and the hormone imbalance is what's affecting us. But even more so, and this is recent research has found that the hair products, the hair relaxers, are actually affecting our hormone balance. Now, it makes a lot of sense because the pineal gland is contributing to the hormone levels. The balances are melatonin, our sleep patterns, our waking patterns. So if you think about it, if we're using hair relaxers on our product, on our hair, it's got an impact on our pineal gland, right? Because we're putting it here, and it's here in our head. So therefore, if we're using those kind of products, it will impact on it, all right? So it's the food that we're eating that's loaded with hormones as well. So we need to think about how we can make a change, all right? Any words on that, Patrick? No? Okay. And for those of us who have or haven't had fibroids, for those of us who have fibroids, is what we're going to do about it, all right? So there's a particular herb called Pt3, which will help reduce and shrink the fibroids. Don't let the doctors convince you to actually go and have a hysterectomy. There's traditional medicine that you could use, that you can think about. Meditation, realization also helps. I had 3 fibroids and now they're gone. I changed the way I ate, how I thought, my stress levels. I did a lot of work on my personal food visualization, all right? So it's important that we think about what we're doing. Another aspect of fibroids is stress. We're under a lot of stress. The figures show that when you're 35, by the age of 35, 60% of us will have fibroids. 60%, by the time we're 50, 80% will have fibroids. 80%, that's a high number, all right? So we're not talking about stress. I'm talking about also when we're with certain brothers as well. Certain brothers come with their energy. Now, everything's energy. We can't see it always, but they come with their energy. And what they do, they offload onto your system. And as a consequence of that, fibroids can grow from a small pea, which is bigger than watermelon. All right? So we need to think about the energy that we're bringing into our person as well. On that spiritual level, it's very important. All right? And sisters and brothers, energy is transferable. It doesn't just attribute to the brothers or the sisters, it's both of us. We're all responsible for our own energy and how we relinquish that and give it over to everybody else. All right? So what I'm going to leave you with now is those of us who have fibroids, what can we do for the cure? And those who don't. We've got a screen back. Can you? Okay. Okay.
Going now?
Okay, these are fibroids in the literature. And look at this image here. This image is what we've been offered hysterectomies. And look at the man's face. Isn't he happy? The reason why he's happy is because he's making money. And let me tell you, let me just ask you this question. How many fibroids do you think operations are carried out every year? How many? 1,000? 100,000? 200,000? 300,000? 400,000? 600,000 a year. Now, when you think about war. There's a war going on out there. And we think about a war in terms of guns and rockets and bullets. But we have to prepare ourselves for a war, because war is, life is being lost and blood is being shed. So we have to think about how we're going to protect ourselves, all right? So when we think about war, it's just not about guns and rockets and bombs. It's about an arsenal of information. We have to know what to do and how to do it. So we need to arm ourselves with ammunition as an arsenal of information so that we can protect and look after our own person. Because our next generation, when our children are growing up at 10 and they say they got fibroids, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? So this is about passing on information. So arm yourself with as much knowledge as possible, buy the equivalent book, talk to everyone around, set up certain groups, meet people who share the same empathy as your person as well, all right? Okay. So, I have to wind up here. We're going to do the next sketch on prostrate. Hello, come in.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh,
Good afternoon. Can I help you?
yes, my name is Mr. Brown.
Okay.
And I'm having a problem downstairs.
Downstairs where?
Downstairs, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, okay.
Now, let me tell you something now. When I was in the bookies, sorry.
Yes.
When I was in the bookies, I win some money.
Okay.
And me sneeze, and all of a sudden, we get a pain in the back.
Okay.
And then next thing you know, the doctor tell me, say me have what name there?
Fibroids?
What you was talking about?
Prostate.
What name?
Prostate.
All right, prostate.
Prostate. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I go to see an Indian man down the road. He's not very good.
Okay.
How you is?
I'm good. I'm very good.
All right.
So your symptoms are that you're going to
Pain in my back
Pain in
and
your
pain
back?
downstairs.
Okay. Are you going to the toilet frequently during the
All
night?
the while we going to the toilet.
Okay. Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll send you for a blood test. All right, to find exactly what's going on. It's called a PSA test, which is a protein-specific antigen test. And that test will tell us exactly what's going on with your levels in your prostate. Your prostate is a gland as well, all right? So I've got one here actually. Look, a prostate that looks probably like yours, the size of a walnut. And yeah, we'll examine it and see what it looks like. This was Mr. I think it was Mr. Cole, or Mr. Coley.
Well, I look forward to you examining me downstairs. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, people. Thank you.
Thank you. Now it's my turn. I've got one more lecture. Just short. Right. That's a scenario that sometimes can play itself out in a doctor's surgery. Can we bring my slide up? Today I'm going to be talking briefly, because we ain't got much time, about the prostate problem and prostate cancer. Do you know that every single day 29 people die of prostate cancer? Every single day, in this country, by the way. Those are the statistics. In fact, I've got some statistics here. In fact, before we go into the statistics, I need to let you know what the prostate is and where it is, because I've asked some people where your prostate is, and the man said, well, it must be down here somewhere, you know. I must see your son, or up your son. Where then? You see? So what I'm saying is now, we're going to find out where this thing is and what it does in 2 minutes. We have the prostate gland up here. You can see, can everyone see? Right up here is a part muscle, part gland. Has a secretion. Now, what happens, unfortunately, with us, because we are eating foods, as you found out, that we should not be eating, we start to eat things like sugar, salt, fried fruit, meat, eggs, dairy, cheese. Salt and sugar will pull moisture out of your prostate and cause the nerves, the very sensitive nerves and cells in your prostate to die. That's the reason why people are getting prostate problems and cancer. They're causing a degeneration of the prostate by the food that we are consuming into our bodies. You see? So we have this prostate here. We have the lymph nodes. We haven't got really time to go through the whole system. I was going to go and explain a whole lot, but what I'm really saying is that when you eat sugar, for example, in the form of sucrose, if it's an isolate, sucrose will basically destroy cells. It would actually cause the cells to explode. That's what it does inside of your body. So every time you go and have a fizzy drink, every time you have some sugar, anything that's got sugar in it, that's going to cause that problem. And there are things that we eat that we think are actually harmless that will cause the same problem that sugar does. White flour will cause the same problems. White flour converts to sugar and damages the prostate the same way. Vinegar will cremate or burn your prostate. Okay? So what I'm saying for the men, if you want more function in the junction, you need to get off that sugar, because that sugar is deadly. Okay? So I don't know, how much time have I got? That's it. I've got no time, but if anybody would like to contact us at the clinic, you can do. We have a clinic at 105 Church Road, that's the Spirited Palace, SE19 2PR. Or you can take my telephone number on 07, has everyone got a pen? 07 931 800 135. Has everyone got that? 07 931 800 135. And that's my time, unfortunately, so I gotta go. Thank you very much.
How's everyone doing? Good. We had a good day today. We danced, we've been entertained. Okay, listen, haven't got much time. I'll try and get through quickly. Okay, there are secrets to health. Who knows there are secrets to health? Who wants to know some secrets to health? Okay, well, there's some people. Okay, listen, do you realize in the building now, there's enough knowledge, there's enough awareness, there's enough research that's been done to heal almost everything within the black community within the UK. I'm talking about my brother Patrick, who just spoke, Dr. Africa, Sister Khalifa is coming on later. There was Stephen, who was here earlier. Do you know, and there's others here, do you know the knowledge base, my humble self, yeah? The knowledge base within these people represents many, many years, almost like a lifetime, over a lifetime, worth of study and knowledge. This is the kind of resource that's available, and there are many others. There are many other natural healers, natural therapists, and researchers that have a huge body of information. Huge amount of information. See? Now, one secret number one, you got to get the knowledge. You have to get the knowledge, okay? As a natural health consultant, researcher, what I've found, the gap between where people are and where they ought to be or like to be, is just the knowledge. Just the knowledge about health. And hey, do you know what? There are a lot of pharmaceutical companies out there that are bound down and praying every night. You don't find out the knowledge. But you don't find out there's healing in natural herbs. But you don't find out there's healing in natural food. Right, did you know that cacao, or some people know it's cocoa, do you know it's a major cure for blood pressure? Yeah? Did you know beetroot is a cure for blood pressure? Okay? We have so many healing foods as resources, both from Africa and the Caribbean, that we're just blessed incredibly with healing resources and foods, you know? But the gap, well, my two parts was here, is that fine? Okay? The gap is the knowledge. You've got to get the knowledge. I'd say in the last 20 years, there's been an explosion in knowledge around natural health. When I first started looking at natural health was a fringe thing. You were weird if it was natural health, you didn't eat meat. But now, a lot of people are aware this is reality, this is the way to go. People have woken up and realized that perhaps the number one cause of death is doctors and their medications. People begin to wake up and realize this, you know? And they're actually terrified. That's why they have a thing called Codex. Everyone's heard about Codex, yeah? Codex is a legal situation between Britain, the EU and America, where they're trying their best to eradicate your access to healing resources, whether it's ginkgo, vitamin C, hawthorn berries, all natural herbs that have potency and power or gifts from God that people will be well. They're using legislation to actually ban these things. So that should tell you something where the power is. The pharmaceutical industry is a multi-trillion pound business. So you can choose whether you want to be a customer or opt out. I decided to opt out a long time ago, and understanding natural health secrets, I don't believe I've had a one-day sick in the last 30 years plus. And this is what's possible. This is what's possible if we understand some natural health secrets. Now, currently, we're faced with a lot of challenges. Okay, the information is getting out. I'd say in the last 20 years, there have been upwards of, I don't know, millions of books written about health, nutrition, raw food. Raw food is a major key. Every single day your body needs X amount of raw food, or food that's not been heat processed, heat destroyed, that contains enzymes. There have been millions of books written. Now, you ask yourself, in your home, on your shelf, how many of the million-plus titles that are advancing human understanding around health, natural living, longevity, anti-aging, how many books do you have on your shelf around health? And that will actually tell you your health level. Your health level may not transcend your knowledge level. Okay? All you got to do is easy now. Dr. Late Africa's over there. I remember when I was starting out years ago, studying, we used to get these books, I had to send off of them. Send a postal order or a check. Now, there was no internet in those days. Now, you can click, find out almost anything you want to know. So, it's not hard to get knowledge, you just have to have a desire and awareness of what's possible. Okay, now, I want to tell you a couple of things that we're doing wrong. We're talking about secrets to health. You've got to have a good mindset around health, that all disease is curable. Any health condition is curable. In fact, there's no such thing as incurable, but there's only incurable people. This is a very powerful thing to actually understand, that if we know and understand the secrets of nature, I'll tell you a secret of nature. The body, and somebody mentioned this before, the body is a set of divine molecules, or it's called biochemistry. So biochemistry, your body's sacred substance. If you keep that in order, you're going to get blessed. If you play around with your divine chemistry, you're going to get into serious problems. Now here's something for you. It is worse for black people. Okay, black people, we've got a fine line. If you play around with your chemistry, we get more health problems than anybody else. If you keep it in order, we're more blessed, more beauty, more longevity, more power than anybody else on the planet. Okay? Now, the difference is a molecule, or the sacred molecule of biochemistry, called melanin. The melanin is a very subtle thing. It is a mysterious substance which the mystery has been uncovered. But here's one thing you need to know about melanin. If you have anything that's foreign in your body, anything that's man-made, you disturb your melanin, thereby disturb your divine biochemical potential. Okay? So the keys to optimization for health are all found in some humble elements. Fruits, vegetables. Okay? We see them every day, we see them everywhere, and we may minimize their power or their impact. You know, if we understand the power of what a pineapple can do for you, what papaya can do for you, what watermelon can do for you. This is where we need to put in our efforts and energy to understand the power of these elements of healing the body. Okay, I can go on. I actually do lectures, workshops. My table's over there, we got our details over there. We do one-day lectures, we do 3-month lectures to cover these dynamic secrets of health, healing, and anti-aging. It's one of the most powerful knowledges to have today, okay? Now, listen, 2 big mistakes people are making. This mobile phone use is very, very dangerous. It's extremely dangerous to have microwave and radiation twinges from your brain. Very, very, please consider that. Also as well, there are alternatives to have access to the internet in your house without Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi can cause high-level and subtle damage to DNA. It's called DNA strand breakage. So these are things we need to be aware of. Okay, another thing, if you have young children, you have daughters in the age range of 11 to 14, they have a policy which they're rolling out now in the UK for the HPV vaccination. Please opt out of that one, definitely. Very, very serious. Anyway, listen, have I run out of time? That's the fastest 10 minutes on record. Yeah? Okay, gotta go. Listen, my name's Dan, a natural health consultant. All things are possible with health. Get the knowledge, have a health plan, and desire total health, and don't settle for anything less. I'm sorry that I don't have more time, but we're over there for a chat. Okay.
We put our hands together for Queen Khalifa. Okay, I know you're all tired, and I am too. In a year, I'll be 60 years old, so I really should be in my best. Thank you. I started out in around 1975